Hello, everyone. My name is Shane Messer, Chief Commercial Officer at ARCA 360.
I'm Siddharth, the founder and GM of Arca 360.
So, yeah, I've now completed my 17th year. I'm in my 18th year in the renewables business. So, from a variety of manufacturing and direct to consumer. So, SunPower, Bosch, Sun Edison, Solar World, Complete Solaria. Um, that's where I was before this. And so my experience is all the way from residential to utility scale in nature in terms of my history.
So I got very passionate about solar when I was in university. And through university, I tried to figure out what value I could add to it, being from a technical background. And I figured that the problem of proposals and design and just software to help installers work efficiently was not there. And that's when I said, okay, I want to get into solar. I wanted to sort of solve this problem of proposals and making accurate and conversion optimized proposals. So I started a company called Solar Labs right out of college. We were acquired by Arca, and here we are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fascinating, Siddharth, whenever you think about your history and mine combined, because the industry has changed so dramatically over the last 17 years that I've been in it, and it's older than that. But right, one of the conversations we've had is how has it changed? Whenever I first started, there were no proposal tools. There were no tools like you have built to be able to go to any end consumer, whether it was the homeowner, a business owner, a utility, right, to come up with a model. And so every single EPC, no matter what their focus was doing everything through an Excel spreadsheet, right? They all created their own Excel spreadsheet, and the Excel spreadsheet then modeled what the solar would do for the end user, and it would model as close as we could back then. It would model what the savings might be, but it was way more manual than what it has become. So that is one major difference in terms of the leaps and bounds we've made. Right, for those that are new, it just seems normal, but this was not normal, 18 years ago by any means.
So 18 years ago, what was the dollar per watt that was there
Oh yeah,
now?
that's funny because in in residential it was well over $8 a watt. Right, in Colorado we were selling at $9 a watt. Um, the actual price of the product, right, was more than $4.50 just for the cost of the module. So it was very expensive back then for sure.
And in this time, what are the significant technology advancements that you've witnessed? So you talked about there not being software tools earlier, like the ones we have today. How about in other domains? I also remember there was this thing called the solar eye, where you would get up on the roof and then it would give you the shading analysis. And it's just so easy now. So that's one I remember. Um, what's
Yeah,
changed solar itself?
yeah, I think a number of advancements have occurred, right? The modules themselves, the cells have improved, right? From poly to mono, and there's all different versions through the years, some thin film that still exists for big scale projects. But the actual technology is very similar to what it started, but then manufacturers have figured out how to tweak the cell to get more power out of the cell. They've expanded how much dead space. They've limited the dead space, put more cell coverage inside of a module. The module sizes have changed dramatically, right, from what they first started. The installations on the roof have become easier. Anything roof mounted, I mean, there have been all kinds of iterations throughout history, whether it was a commercial roof or a residential roof. Right now, there's trackers that are pretty much dominant in the utility scale. There's some fixed tilt that still goes on. But to your point, whenever I first started, every single sales presentation would be first going into the attic, going onto the roof. As you said, then we set these shade monitors. I can't even remember what they were called, where you would set them in all four corners, figuring out what the shading was going to be, and then yeah, it was a much more manual process. The thing that's happened over the last 5 is the ability to get permits faster, right? Most states have started to adapt more technologically advanced permitting. So there have been so many advancements, throughout the years, not not even including just what we're talking about in the way that proposals occur now.